Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
This time of year, it seems like people are taking more and more cruises. The cost has gone down. And also, if you go south of the equator, it's kind of warm, so you can do that. This story is going to blow your mind. Royal Caribbean had the Explorer of the Seas. Did you guys hear about this story?
No.
First off, all right. So it's off the coast of Spain, and they have a great captain who saw that there was some really strong wind gusts coming up there. So it had to take a 45-degree turn. Okay, think about that. That's pretty big.
Giant cruise ship taking...
Turn, 45 degrees, so they wouldn't miss it, right? Well, what happens is, you know, when you take a turn, you lean really far over, okay? All right, I've set the stage for that. So Julie, the cruise director who plans all the event, guess what song was playing while this was happening?
Don't tip the boat over, rock
Close.
the boat.
Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On.
Why would you play that on a cruise ship?
No, it gets better, Maddie.
What
Was playing up at top. Now, if you were up top and you were hearing Celine Dion, My Heart Goes On, you go downstairs to the theater.
Yeah.
Guess what movie was playing?
Titanic.
What?
No.
While they had done this.
No.
People were freaking out and were like, what the heck's going on? I mean, a 45-degree turn's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, you could feel it. Now, Matt, you've been on many cruises, right? So you can feel it.
No.
They did say the people that were aboard said, listen, the staff was extremely professional, though. They said they handled it well. However, whose idea would it to be playing Titanic or to be playing Celine Dion? Yeah.
I would think on any cruise ship,
Yes.
Titanic is not something that you would ever play, and the Celine Dion song should be scrubbed from every kind of audio system altogether.
my God.
Yes.
Somebody's job. Julie is.
Somebody was trolling.
Wow.
You do that on purpose.
I think
that
maybe
is somebody
so.
doing that on purpose.
Did they have the orchestra playing on the top
Until they
deck?
go down.
Until they made the
I'd be
45
dressing up like either a woman or a baby, one or the other.
And you go
Is that a
upstairs.
lifeboat?
You go upstairs and your captain's got a big white beard.
Yeah.
That's a little off.
All right. All right, here we go.
Oh, goodness.
Speaking of which, being on the water and in trouble.
Oh boy, a kayaker got trapped while out on the water in Australia and returned home without one of his limbs. This is terrible. The man is in his 60s. He was out with friends when his leg became wedged between the rocks in the raging rapids. His smartwatch actually alerted emergency services about an hour after he was trapped. Rescue teams spent more than 12 hours trying to free the man who was partially submerged in chilly waters. The only way to get him out was to amputate his leg right there on the spot.
And unlike the movie 127 Hours, where you had the little tiny knife.
Yeah.
And you call that a knife?
Oh, yeah. They got the saw out.
I tell you, can you imagine? I imagine the water and cooling down might have helped out a little bit, numbing
numbed
things.
him,
But I mean,
yeah.
that would probably be
Psychological pain.
Psychological, yeah.
Oh.
And 60 years old. You went 60 years to get to this point and to have to go through that.
He's probably got another good 20 years
Yeah,
on him
absolutely.
because he's a pretty active guy, I would imagine, if he's kayaking in these rapids.
And I tell you, Australia, everything there wants to kill you. Everything wants to kill you.
Even the inanimate objects. The rocks want to kill you.
Rocks even.
The water want to kill you.
Yeah.
I have often thought about going to Australia, but now that you've pointed that out, maybe I'll just watch
I'll
it
see
from
the
afar.
Opera House and maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Sydney. That's all. But yeah, you go any further out, it seems like every story you hear, and they have spiders literally that big. Out there.
Apparently the kangaroos are like squirrels. They're everywhere. They're just a thing.
Yeah, check it out.
And they'll fight you, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people think that they're this loving. No, and if you ever seen them, they're ripped.
They're
They look like
freaky.
James.
like The
They're
Rock.
like
They
this.
do.
Go Google it.
That one guy that went over and punched the one because it was trying to beat up his dog.
Like ripped.
Yeah,
man.
have you seen them fight one another?
yeah.
It is terrifying.
And their face too. Their face looks mean. Google this. Just Google. It's not AI. Before AI takes over, and you want to see what real nature is. Watch a kangaroo fight. He's like the.
Or if you've ever seen any
something
Warner Brothers cartoon, they give you a pure
Yeah,
an
you
idea
think
with
it's
the
this-
boxing. And
No, these guys are bad for sure, 100%.
It's like a nightmare come to life.
In Australia or
Yeah,
the fighting?
in Australia.
Yeah, they'll do that, and the thing is, they're used to
like us
spiders
with
are not a
gators.
big deal. They get it. They're
like us with gators, we see one, we're like, oh, there's a gator. Everybody else from all over freaks out.
They have Crocs down there.
Yeah.
So all right, we have, and then you watch an Australian wearing Crocs. I tell you, they put the socks all the way up to the kneecap.
Made out of alligator.
Alligator. There you go. We have got more flash. We're going to talk about some holiday decor trends that are coming up.
Yeah, if you're decking your house out for the holidays, we've got some great
cool.
advice coming up for you.
Stick around.